The Vergas Show is brought to you by Spanky Stone Hearth, casual fine dining on beautiful Rose Lake. Vergas State Bank, your locally owned community full-service bank. Vergas Event Center for gatherings large or small, including weddings. Vergas Liquor Store, where all the profits profit Vergas.
Make the right call. Call Hanson's, the most trusted name in plumbing and heating.
Hi, welcome to the Vergas Show. I'm Sherry Hanson. Thanks for joining me today. Thank you, Julie Lammers, for being here. We are in the Vergas Event Center, which you can kind of tell from the kitchen behind us and that, but Julie, a lot of things have been happening up here, and I know you're on the Event Center committee, so tell me about what's happened already.
All right, well, we started a couple years ago and remodeled the outside, the exterior of the building. So many of you have driven by and seen how beautiful the outside looks. And now this last winter, we have worked on making the inside look just as nice as the outside. So we've replaced the floors in the main area, the kitchen and the entrances. And then we've repainted. So we have a new polished look. It'll be great for any of your weddings, receptions, family reunions, any of that kind of stuff that you want to have here.
I just love it. I mean, it just, you walk in and it immediately is an updated look. It's, you know, just kind of a modern look is what you hear from people. And when people are looking for an event place, they want a good foundation to start with. You know, obviously they're going to do their own decorating and things like that, or bring in whatever they have. But
right, which is why we went with very neutral colors. We have, you know, the gray, the neutral white, because any color that you want to pop in here, I mean, you can pop purple, green, whatever color you want to be your accent. It's going to look beautiful in here.
It is going to look nice. And so the Event Center committee has worked very hard on, and I just love the outside. I love everything that's been going on with the inside so far, but this kitchen behind us here has been needed a little work.
Yes, and we had two amazing fundraisers that I really want to thank Billy's Tip and Vanessa Perry for working so hard.
That purse fundraiser was incredible.
The purse fund, yes, the purse bingo, and then they also did a gun raffle.
That's right.
Which, I mean, it was just amazing. And so we raised just over $20,000 in funds.
Nice.
And that then we'll start with the kitchen. Now we've done the floors and we moved the dishwasher. If anyone had used the dishwasher before, you knew it wasn't set up so great, but now we've got that set up. We have ordered the cabinets, which should be here by fall. So for those events, starting in the fall,
so there's not going to be any, when you're talking remodeling, there's not going to be any wall moving or anything like that. You're working with the space that you have here.
We are working with the space that we have. We are just updating that.
Okay.
So we want to add some items as well as new cabinets, new ways to store things.
So, and that brings me to this wonderful board here that shows, you know, how people can help remodel the event center. And so any time, I mean, you know, city funds are just so close always. I mean, they're just on everything else. And I know people say, oh, you know, let the city pay for that, but you know, that's a nice thought, but everybody who lives in this city realizes that you have to also be a little bit invested in it. And so you've given ways that you can invest in this event center from the very smallest to the very largest. So tell me a little bit about your board here.
And so one of the reasons for the board is because this way we don't have to raise our prices. There's a lot of people that have weddings and things here that, you know, they only have $1,000, $1,500 for a building, and that's what we charge. You know, $1,200 for the weekend to rent the event center, and we really don't want to raise those prices if we can possibly help that.
So let's talk, before we go to the board then, when you're talking about the rental of it and stuff, and so tell me what your tiers are on that.
Okay, so for $40 an hour, you can rent the space.
So
if
like
you're
for
only going to do for
or?
a meeting, for association type meetings, things like that. Even some people do family reunions that are only going to be about 4 hours. They just want it over supper, over breakfast, or over lunchtime, and so they just rent the building for about 4 hours.
Now, does that include the kitchen?
That includes the kitchen.
It does.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And the tables and the chairs, and we don't have any added fees. We just your base fee.
And so and then I know you got round tables, you've got square tables, and rectangle, yeah, square, and all the chairs and coffee maker, you know, things like that. And
yes.
So that $40 an hour can do that. Okay, but how about if you need it for weddings and things like that?
Well, if you just want it for one day, which a lot of people do like to have it for the day, then you can decorate in the morning, have your event in the afternoon, kind of thing. It's $350 for the day.
That's a deal.
That is. Yes. And then, or you can have it for the whole weekend. So if you're having a wedding or a large event that you want to set up on Friday, have a groom supper Friday night, have your reception dance on Saturday. Actually, some people have actually gotten married in the park outside and then come in here and had their reception. And then on Sunday have your gift opening or just clean up. Because, you know, nobody after a wedding dance wants to clean up at midnight. So then they come in on Sunday and do the cleaning.
How nice that is.
Yeah.
Yes. And so, and then I mean, with the stage and everything too, you could actually do the wedding up on the stage.
You really could.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's just a lot of opportunities for something different that way. How many, what's the capacity of the event center?
300 people.
Okay. I know we've exceeded that at times.
Right. Which we tested with First Bank.
How many more can we fit in here? But no, and so then do like a wedding couple or anything like that need to hire security or to be able to have the bar, or how
if
does
you
that
do
work?
the weekend rate for $1,200, the security and everything comes with that.
Okay.
If you do just the day rate and then you want to have the bar, then it's $30 an hour for security as well.
Okay. And so, and then the bar is, how does that work for a couple?
Actually, when you register, when you let us know if you want the bar, we just take care of that. We let Spankies know that we need a bar that night. They will contact them to, you know, because if you want
Details,
a certain, you know, certain different things, then
they'll work with the couple on that, or you know, whoever is renting it. And then how does somebody go about renting it? I mean, do you go online? Do you come to the city office?
You can do one of three ways. You can, yes, you can go online, and we have our application there.
Sure.
At cityofvergas.com. You can call us at 218-302-5996, extension 2, or you can, and you can pay by credit card on. So we can do it that way, or you can come into the city office located at 111 Main Street.
Sure, and just I mean, it's pretty easy.
Yes.
And I don't know. I just love to see that people are using it for those family reunions and for event centers. They come into the event center, you know, for a meeting, or I mean, there's just a lot of different ways. I mean, I immediately go to like having the space, having the restrooms, having the kitchen, and not having to use my house.
Right. Yes.
So I think there's a lot of outside the box things. It's not just for weddings. And
we've added so much. We'd have the wireless monitor, and we have the smart room as well. So for $20 an hour, you can rent the smart room. And you know, just some people will rent that for a job interview that they're doing online. Some people will come in and say, hey, you know what? I had one guy call and say my bathroom or something was being remodeled at his house, and I can't be there. Can I come in and, you know? And so he spent a day working there. We have kids taking classes in there. Different, some people did their taxes in there.
Just like a pop-up office space almost.
It is, yes. So when you need an office space that 3 times a year that you don't want to add onto your house to have, we have that available.
And that's $20 an hour?
$20 an hour, yep.
Wow, that's nice. And then you've got the big screen too for any projections and things like that?
Right, and so then we have the big screen as well in here for
in the event area. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so then let's circle back. We were talking about the board.
Tell me a little bit for the kitchen. And so if you stop in and see the board, we actually have kind of what we're going to be doing in this kitchen space. So that's what that diagram is. The other stuff on here are the things that we would really appreciate adding. And so like one of the things we need is some place to keep the plates. Now we can put those in cupboards, but it's a lot easier if we can bring them all out at once. So you could wash the dishes, put your plates in this rolling wheel, and then when you're setting tables or anything, you just wheel them right out.
It's actually more sanitary, I bet.
It is, definitely. And so for approximately $1,200, if you or your business would like to donate this, then when you purchase that, we would then put a plaque on it saying donated by. So even if for memorials, for so in memory of, donation of, if you want to do it for your grandkids, if you want to do it for someone that's passed away, any of that. So we have, and we also have carts that we would like to purchase for plates, or for silverware, glassware, things like that. We need a few more round tables, so if that's what you come and say, hey, I wish you guys had more round tables and you'd like to donate a few of those.
The round tables are so nice. They just create, in a gathering, they just create conversation so much easier. I love round tables.
Yes, so do I. Yep. And then we also, I mean, for those that say, you know what, I don't have $1,000 to give for this, we also have little things like silverware holders that are $1 a piece. So if you know, and said,
I'll buy 10 of them.
I'll have 10 of them. Yep.
Yeah.
We have the other cart that will push out for the silverware and stuff for $65.
Sure.
So you could have your name, you know, you could do something for your kids, grandkids, mother-in-law, father-in-law, parents, what, you know, whatever, in memory of however you'd like to do that for $65. You know, so there is anything price range from $1 up to.
What is your flat top there?
Yeah, the flat top is $12,000 for the convectional oven. So
give me 5 of them. No.
So we really like, you know, convectional oven, and we need a commercial freezer.
Sure.
So those are our 2 large items.
Large items, but you know, people could go together on those too. And so, how do they go about picking an item and bringing that to you? Where is this board going to be at, Julie?
Okay, this is going to move around a little bit. It's going to stay here at the event center while we have a couple of big things happening right now. Then we will put it in different area businesses.
Okay. And then are you going to have this out like on maybe your Facebook page, website or something with individual items?
Go to cityofvergas.com and look under event center. Then you can also pick items there.
Awesome. You guys have just made it very easy, and I really thank the event center committee for all that they're doing. It brings people to town. It's just a good thing. Yeah.
Thanks.
And so you go check that board out, cityofvergas.com, and thank you, Julie. Thank you for all you do.
Thanks.
And you have a good day in Vergas.